How we doing today, YouTube? D-Ski from D-Ski Grillz back with another cooking video. And today it is surf and turf Santa Maria style on the 48-inch Santa Maria grill by Sunterra Outdoor. Folks, easy cook to do. We are going to infuse some awesome surf and turf with wonderful, wonderful oak flavor. We're going straight wood fire cooking today. So I want to show you the ingredients. Then you know what we're going to do. We'll start seasoning it up, get that grill fired up, and before you know it, it is Santa Maria heaven out here on D-Ski Grillz. So here's what we have today, folks. We have asparagus that we will knock off towards the end of this cook. We have portobello mushrooms. Awesome, awesome, good flavors to go on the side of surf and turf. We have 6 beautiful lobster tails that I can't wait to get on that oak fire. We have 1 14-ounce Wagyu ribeye. This thing is going to be absolutely amazing with the oak flavor infusing through it. Finally, we have about 3 pounds of steelhead trout that we're going to cook on the Sunterra 48-inch Santa Maria style grill. So you know what we'll do, folks. I'll take you to the cutting board. I'll show you step by step how we're going to season. I'm going to show you how we're going to fire up the grill. And then finally, I'm going to meet you at the cutting board to check out the final product of our awesome Santa Maria style surf and turf on D-Ski Grillz. I want to thank you as always for joining me, and let's get cooking. Okay, folks, we are back at the cutting board. So we're going to start off first by prepping our lobster tails. So let's do that real quick. Now, what I want to do with these lobster tails is we have 6 tails, and we're going to cut them in half and make 12 when it's all said and done. Now, I've done this on a previous video where I did a garlic butter cook on the Weber Summit charcoal grill, so it was absolutely phenomenal. But now we're going Santa Maria style with these lobster tails. So let's lay these out. These are nice, meaty lobster tails. All right, folks, so here's what I'm saying. Here's what you do. You start at the very beginning of the lobster tail, get you some good shears, and what you want to do is you want to cut about 1 inch into the tail, right here on top, okay? All right, now once you do that, you come back with a good knife and cut right down the middle. So let's get that. Okay, so we did an incision right here. I'll turn it around and show it to you this way. Now all we're going to do is go right down from where that cut is at and go straight through the center. Now the idea is to expose the flesh and be able to cook these lobster tails and add butter throughout the cook to really, really infuse these lobster tails with some awesome flavor. Okay, so that is that. Okay, and what I'll do is open this up and let you see how it looks so you can see what we're going to have on all of the rest of them. Okay, so here is what we're going after. Nice exposed lobster here and here. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add these to my pan to the side, and I'll tell you what, we'll do one more. Get these added to the side. Now the seasoning for these lobster tails will be no more than just simple salt and pepper. All right, let's start right here. We're trying to go right in the center. Good incision. Turn them your way. And we go right down and finish that cut. And this is easy enough to do. Nothing hard here. All right, we want to go back through and make sure we cut all the way through. And it looks like we did. And this is our end result. Okay, folks, so we'll do the exact same thing to the last 4, and then we'll get back together when it's time to season the steak and the salmon. Okay, so that's it. So I'm thinking it's going to take at least 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes before these are ashed over and ready to start cooking. That gives us time to get everything seasoned and let those flavors start infusing these meats as they sit on the cutting board. I'll meet you guys back inside. Okay, so we're back at the cutting board, so I just wanted to show you the end result. So what we have now is 12 nice fleshy pieces of lobster. All we're gonna do, folks, with these are just season with salt and pepper. So let's do that now. Here's our pepper. Okay, and then we're coming back with a rock type sea salt that we're also gonna put on our lobster. Now these things are seasoned to perfection. We want to taste this awesome flavor from the lobster, so we don't want to do any overkill. Okay, so that's that. We'll set this to the side and then get started on our steak next. You can see the awesome marbling on this ribeye. Okay, so again, we're going really, really simple here, folks. All we're going to do is come with first a little olive oil. So let's hit this thing with olive oil. And then we're coming back with our sea salt again. And crushed black pepper. I'm gonna get us a nice crust on this steak. Okay, we'll flip and repeat. Okay, so there's our olive oil. Come back again with our salt. And pepper. So easy enough for our steak. Okay, that's that. Try to get our edges with the cutting board. Okay, now I'm going to set this to the side. Okay, folks, so next thing will be our salmon. Okay, so here's what we're doing with our steelhead trout. Let's pump up and get some more olive oil going here. All right. So we want a nice coat of olive oil on this fish to try to help it from sticking. The good thing about trout and salmon, you cook them flesh side down to start with and let them almost finish cooking just like that. And then that way it helps for them to break away from the grill grate itself. So I'll show you that when we're out there on the grill. So we have our olive oil. Now we're coming back with my tried and true. It's incredible. I want to get a coat of that. Okay. Then we're coming back with red pepper flakes. So we want a little heat on our salmon. Let's get that kind of doused across this thing a little bit, right? Okay, so there's our red pepper flakes. Finally, we want to come back with some sweetness, and we're going to use brown sugar. Okay, so we'll come back with a little brown sugar right on the top. And if you haven't tried salmon like this, you got to give it a shot. Now we're going to let this sit on the cutting board. The salmon, the brown sugar will start soaking in. All these flavors will start soaking into this fish, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So you got to give this a shot. Very easy marinade for your salmon or steelhead trout. All right, so we'll let this hang out here. We got time before the Santa Maria grill is up and ready. So we'll get back together when it's time to start cooking, but these are our main meats for the night. Again, if you remember, I told you, we are also doing portobello mushrooms. Just nice portobello slices. We are also doing wonderful asparagus. So, okay, YouTube, we are back. This fire is raging. It is roaring so well that I just have to get started, okay? So you know we're at the favorite part of this video that I like the most, and that's let's get cooking. So we're gonna start off first with our salmon and our Wagyu steak, okay? So let's get this Wagyu dead on this awesome wood oak fire. Our salmon, we're going skin side down first. You can't beat this, folks. You are not going to be able to beat this. Okay, so we'll let this sear just as you see it for about a minute, minute and a half, and then get it flipped over. The salmon, again, think about it, folks. They're being infused with wood oak flavor. This awesome Wagyu ribeye, same thing, okay? I'm gonna have to get some light out here. We're gonna get dark in a minute, but look at this awesome fire. This is actually special, folks. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, we're back. We are about 2 minutes in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the first flip. And like I said, we let it sit long enough to where you can see we have this beautiful, beautiful sear on one side. Okay, now we're flipping and going on the other side. We're getting this awesome flavor infused in this salmon. Look at that, folks. Beautiful sear. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead now and flip our steak over as well and see how that baby's looking. Look at this. This is gonna be amazing. Oh my Lord, what a char. What a char. Okay, so we have a crust out of this world. Let me bring you in closer and show you this. Look at the crust on that ribeye. That's the crust you want, okay? All right, we'll get back in a minute when it's time to kind of move this to the side and let it start cooking a little bit indirect. But you see this flame is raising, it is roaring. It is time now to take it off the direct heat and just raise it up a little bit. This is why the Santa Maria grill is so special. You can calm down those beautiful flames just by raising it up and getting that direct heat off of your food. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, we're back and our food is just being infused right now. I'm coming on now and getting up under the salmon. All right, what I want to do is move it over to this side here, our indirect side. Yeah, this is going to be some good fish here. Okay, so we have that out the way because I really want to come back down. We don't care about this here. This stuff can just burn in the fire. Let's get it off of there. Get on down there. That's flavor. Okay, so what we really want to do now, folks, is we want to go ahead and bring this steak back down because I want that same crust that we had on the other side. So we're coming back down and just continue the searing process of this awesome Wagyu steak. Okay, so I'm coming back out with our lobster tails next, so I'll see you guys in just a second. So next up is our lobster tails. And all we want to do is lay those babies down, just like this, for a very short amount of time. We don't want to do this long, all right? When I say short, I mean about maybe 5 minutes. Then it's time to flip them over. And once we flip them over, we'll start basting, of course. Okay, folks, so now our lobster's added. I'll get back with you in about 5 minutes when it's time to flip those over. Okay, we're 5 minutes in. I want you to see the oak smoke that's going through these lobster tails and this awesome Wagyu steak. What we're gonna do, folks, is go ahead and get everything turned over now, okay? Now what we have, trust me when I tell you, is beautiful grilled lobster on the flesh side, okay? Hopefully you can see this. It is dark, but I'm gonna get them all turned over. Okay, we are starting to get an opaque color on the shell. That's what you want. These lobsters will be done in no time flat, so now it's time to start this basting process, right? So we're gonna go ahead now and get our garlic butter and all these herbs that we put in the butter added to our lobster tails. I'll bring these up here so you can see. Yeah, these things are done right. They are done right, folks. All right, so we have everything flipped over on the shell. All right, now we're gonna come on back. Now remember, we've had this on the grill as well. We have a very nice heat. So now we have a butter sauce that we're gonna put on them. So I'm gonna start mopping it on this side and make the fire go crazy. And you know the steak gets some of it too. You can smell this rosemary infused in this butter. And this is what it's all about. We'll let this just continue on cooking with this awesome butter sauce drizzled inside of these lobster tails. And you know I got to get a thumbnail, so I'm going to turn this off in a second and take a picture of this magnificent, magnificent dish. Okay, so next up will be our veggies, and then I think I'll just bring the salmon back over. It wasn't completely done yet. It got a good char on it. What I want to do is let it cook indirect or raised up, you know, as far as me raising up the flywheel on the grill, and let that continue cooking along with the veggies. So this is what we have going on. Lobster tail, maybe about 5 more minutes max. They're going inside the house along with this awesome Wagyu steak. Salmon comes back on this side. Since we have this awesome fire already going, why move it? Why even mess with it? And then we're going to add our mushrooms and asparagus next. So I'll see you guys when it's time to add the veggies. Okay, we are back. We have taken in that awesome Wagyu steak and our lobster tails. Now we're coming on back, and it's time to add our portobello mushrooms and asparagus. Now remember, these things have been basting in an awesome blend of garlic olive oil and balsamic vinaigrette. Time to get them infused with some oak flavor. They won't take that long to go. They'll cook pretty quick. We'll start spreading them around and moving them once they start cooking down a little bit. But I mean, this is going to be amazing, folks. Great complimentary veggies to go on the side of this surf and turf meal we're having this evening. Okay, so now we're going to come on back with our asparagus. Okay, we'll let that go for a minute. I'm thinking about bringing it on down a little bit on the fire so we can get a nice char on it. And then again, we're going to introduce our salmon back to this side of the grill once these cook up a little bit. Now we want our asparagus to come out more of an al dente type style. We want a nice char, but we also want a crunch. Okay, so we'll let these go for no more than about 5 minutes and these babies will be done. So let's move them around a little to make sure we get some even cooking here, okay? All right, we'll leave it like that, folks. I'll get back with you in a bit. We're going to get the salmon added back to this side for a few more minutes, and then I'll meet you guys at the cutting board. But this is what we have going on today. What an awesome cook we're having this evening on Disky Grillz. Surf and turf, made Santa Maria style. Okay, folks, we are back checking out the final product of our magnificent Santa Maria style surf and turf made on the Sunterra 48-inch Santa Maria style grill. What we're going to start with first is our beautiful veggies. Here is our portobello mushrooms. They are cooked to perfection. Look at these things, folks. They are absolutely amazing. Cooked through and through. Same thing with our asparagus. We were going for al dente style. As you can see, they are magnificent. Here's a crunch. Wonderful. Let's get this out the way. We're coming back now with our beautiful salmon. Look at this, folks. This is salmon done right, okay? So let me get something to show you that. What you want in a good salmon is for it to flake. You can see these beautiful layers through and through. You know they're infused with this awesome oak flavor, okay? Look at that. Just moist. When it flakes, it is ready. Another awesome final result. Last but not least, let's check out our last tray. Okay, so here is our last tray, and this is of our beautiful lobster tails and Wagyu ribeye steak. So first off, let's do this here. Check this out, folks. We're gonna put this over here, and I wanna show you how this is supposed to be, okay? So what you want is you want your lobster to just peel right out of that shell, okay? Look at this. So this is nothing but good eating for folks, okay? Look at that. Beautiful, succulent pieces of lobster cooked again through and through. And with that butter sauce, it's absolutely magnificent. Now we come back with the primal char that we put on our Wagyu, and let's get that cut open. It had a chance to sit on this cutting board for a while, and it is also magnificent. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to my channel. Let others know what D-Ski Grillz is up to. And as always, at D-Ski Grillz, grilling is not a pastime. It's a passion. Folks, we are talking surf and turf, Santa Maria style today. And this is going to be one magnificent meal for this evening. Thanks for joining me. I'll catch you on the next one.